latest information.
Live from down on Pit Road, we've gone from the top of Jeff's bus to where it's happening now with Jamie McMurray, Chris Martin. And the story has to be Kyle Larson for all that was talked about. 0 for 48 in drafting tracks, super speedways, taking stage 2. This is big for him. We know he's a champ. He's never won. He's the only champ of the sport competing in this race. There are 6 of them who has not won an Atlanta race. Jamie, a quick recap. Josh Berry taking stage 1.
Yeah, great to see Josh Berry put it together in stage 1. Right here you see contract from Chris Buescher, spins Eric Jones out. He's 26 laps down. His day's basically done right now.
Yeah, Ford's had the 10 of the first 11 starting spots. Todd Gilliland here with a blown tire on lap 134.
What a run Gilliland had going. Unfortunately, blew that tire. He's not out of this, though. And right here was the big wreck of the day. You see Chase Elliott had some contact from Stenhouse, who actually had contact from Briscoe, ends up taking Brad Keselowski out, said his radiator was tore up. But this is a story. And when we talked about Kyle Larson in our pre-race show, like, what's he need to do? He showed us right here, Chris. He's just got to put it together for the rest of the race.
Yeah, after Jeff Gordon on the radio last week talking about his frustration. Also a developing story. He's been in the top 10 all day, has Larson, but Carson Hocevar has a chance of Rookie of the Year last year for his first Cup win.
Oh, it's been impressive. Now, if you can listen to the radio, he's made a few people mad today, but he's doing what he needs to do, putting his car in the right position. He's been in the middle a lot today, kind of forcing the issue. If he can put the whole race together, this guy could be a factor when it's all said and done.
Yeah, he got Kyle Busch, but we heard on the radio, Kyle Busch, I had enough of his, and then there were other words that it's getting loud.
We won't repeat those.
I can't say that. Let's go back to the guys in the booth.
93 laps to go as they form up double file after the choose. There is Ross Chastain up front for the first time today alongside Chase Briscoe. Let's take a look at the Toyota top performers for today. Briscoe first, John Hunter Nemechek, Riley Herbst, Denny Hamlin, all up there among the top dozen. As we get set to restart with still 33 cars on the lead lap, Michael McDowell now 1 lap down. He's gotten the free pass 5 times today. The record is 6.
This definitely flips the field right here. Chastain on the front row, and even Briscoe. Haven't seen much of them today. Let's see how their cars handle up front, the clean air.
Van Gisbergen right there. John Hunter Nemechek, row 2, gives a shot to Briscoe, and here we go.
See Briscoe down to that quick block there to get in front of Chastain. Chastain back down in front of his teammate here. Here they come, teammates. Big push by Busch as well. Back to the front. Started up there, had trouble in pit road. That guy can dig deep. That's a good race car driver. Their win is coming for Kyle Busch.
Kyle Busch missed this win last year by 7/1000ths of a second in that great 3-wide finish.
Yeah, and you look at these guys, they have played the strategy. They've got no stage points all day, these first 3 cars, and put themselves in a position to get the track position here leading into the final stage to give themselves a chance to win.
And the flip side of all this conversation is those other cars, right? Logano, Cindric, those guys for the first time are mired back in deep, heavy traffic 3-wide.
And that's exactly what they are right now. They're just other cars because now they're buried in the pack. And we saw that they had some of their handling issues just behind a couple cars or behind one car. Now they're in the whole pack. So we're going to see what these guys can do back in the back of the pack.
Yeah, Cindric is back in 18th. Logano in 26th. After pit stops.
And they got to do it quick. They need to make up as much ground as they can, as early as they can, because of the fact that they know that as these runs go, their handling gets worse.
Speaking of handling, look how far back Briscoe's already fallen. That outside line just didn't materialize as good as the bottom. Finally getting some help off of Nemechek there.
Yeah, he and Nemechek back in 8th and 10th. Josh Berry was the one of those Fords that stayed up with the lead pack, but now he's up on the high side, drifting back to 6th. Here comes, whoa, Reddick, the 45, on the bottom of the racetrack. Not seen that today. Well, maybe a time or two.
Must have got pushed down there. Saw Josh Berry again. He was back there mired in traffic. I think he started somewhere around 18th. up 7
Middle's
positions.
open still. Middle's open again.
Big runs off turn number 2, flying down the backstretch, and then, whoa, where are you going to go at turn 3?
That looks like it's almost 4 wide.
Yeah, we're going to go 4 wide right there with Daniel
out.
Suarez on the inside.
Suarez, last year's winner in the 99 in 12th, but getting swallowed up here, gets a shot from Larson.
Car just doesn't look like it has much speed at all. Suarez almost got run over down the straightaway.
Well, and you see right there, those bottom 2 lanes check up, and Hocevar just drives by on the top, and that's the moving and shaking of these lanes. When can you time it right to gain the most spots and then slide into another lane to hope for that situation again?
Logano's one of the best at it. He's stuck in the middle right now, but he's back up into the top 20 in 19th.
This has Trouble City written all over it. 3 wide, 4-5 deep. Look at him blocking. That's Hocevar up there. That might be McDowell.
Yeah, and the big problems happen right here when see right there, the front end takes off on the 22 car. He has that big checkup, and that's when you take the chance of getting run over.
It was Hocevar, had to lift off the corner.
But when they're 3 wide like that, you have no choice. And you see right now, Logano is he'll be breathing the throttle. If we go back inside of that race car, it'd be a great time to take a look at the foot cam if it's still visible.
It's busy. He's breakdancing on the pedals now.
You see all the fire out of the pipes of Suarez, number 99, as he backed way off and then filled the hole.
There's Larson on the bottom right there. Pipes were lit up. That means he's lifting, in trouble.
Yeah, and you can really hear the lifting that Logano has to do. Now, we saw it earlier today. You saw that foot just flat on the floor, and now you see him lifting up off the corner. And as he's pumping that throttle, that's to try to run with the front end. And now he's all the way off the throttle trying to judge that on the brakes.
And on the brakes, yeah.
That just tells you how fast these cars are coming up to the cars in front of them and how much draft there is. And you can really see that throttle being worked right now to try to control the distance in the car in front of him to help the front tires turn.
I don't see this lasting much longer here, guys.
That is just how you drive here in Atlanta in rush hour, except at 1/3 the speed.
How about
1/10?
About 182 mile an hour? Do something like that. Look at the difference in a mile an hour. That's the runs, right? Somebody's choked down at 175. The next one's running 184. 10 mile an hour difference in the same pack.
83 laps to go. Cars that recently stopped for tires trying to fight their way through this pack and back up into the top 10
Bell in the wall.
where they've been all day.
Bell in the wall.
The 20 of Christopher Bell showing a little bit of damage on the right front where he got up and into the wall slightly.
Yeah, and Riley Herbst, when he was back there with him, he moved up the racetrack to try to block that run and squeeze Bell up into the fence.
Here's a look at it. Teammates.
Yeah, and a lot of times what happens right there, when those cars get together like that, it almost pulls them together like magnets, and you can't let off the gas enough to get them apart.
To your point, you could see Riley lifted out of the gas completely, and it was along for the ride, moved up the racetrack. It's like once he got in his right rear quarter, it pushed him up.
Well, the top 6 right now have an average running position for the day of 15th and higher. It's almost like the whole field has flipped after this restart. So I'm going to pull the drag chute right now and say, if we're going to do a NASCAR on Fox Crank It Up today, we better do it now.
Good call. Let's do it.
Headlight lower, don't let the 17 split you. Now they've got the 21, they could get more aggressive here. 2 feet mirror, 17 tight with a 17.
Top's getting the first push. Still outside, all 2x2. Still outside the 1. Still outside, half off him to the 8. He'll fail again though. Right on you at 3 wide behind, half back to the bottom. Still just 1 outside, just a 1. Still at your door. Still at your door. 19 went up to him. 3 back to your help now. Top's going to get the push. Still outside 2.
Covered 2x2. Headlight lower, 3/4 off, 21 still half off him. Bottom still covered, half off 17, tight front, lock. 19, the one's down bottom in front of 88.
Kyle Busch carrying the Cheddar's onboard camera today. He's up there in the top 5, right with his RCR teammate Austin Dillon in the 3. Busch won the truck race here yesterday. Oh, Suarez, Gregson, and more pile up.
You knew it was coming. He could feel it. The energy was, the pushes, the blocks. They were door to door, racing hard. Gibbs.
Ty Gibbs, who carried our Toyota
hard hit
camera today.
That car's tore up.
I mentioned Noah Gregson. He's got a flat or 2.
Yeah, and that's one of the cars that hasn't been running the airlift system to get the car off the ground when you have flat tires.
AMR safety team quickly on the scene. Oh, the rear end. Look how bent that rear end is up underneath the sheet metal of Cole Custer.
Gotta be killed. It was on fire for a second.
JJ Yaley caught up in that one in the 44 as well. Was on the lead lap. Front end all piled in, and there's Ty Gibbs trying to get his car back to the pit so it can be repaired there instead of going to the garage. Toyota on board.
Watch right here. Actually, all of this.
Yeah,
Starts to slow him up from the block. You see with Wallace. See Suarez have to lift as he got in the wake and got tight. The hole closes up here with Gibbs, Gilliland, and Suarez. Suarez into the wall. And then here comes Custer and the rest of them. Big hits right here. Boom. That's where that wall turns back out to with the dog leg. Custer hit a ton.
Yeah, and that whole wreck happened because of the 2 cars of Riley Herbst, and that checkup,
Wallace,
checkup of Bubba Wallace and Riley caused everybody else to have to go somewhere else. And you see right here, it looks to me like the 99 didn't know that they were all down there. There was 2 cars below him and kind of turned over the front of the 54 right there.
Well, everybody's pushing hard. I mean, again, sitting here, watching out the window, looking on the screen, it was just a matter of time. You could feel the energy, the racing, the vibe was really picking up. The runs were coming harder. The blocks were getting bigger. It was a matter of time. Look at him lift right there.
See when you see the flames.
He has to lift for the 35 because Riley's car would not hold the bottom.
So Gibbs gets the run, tries to shoot the gap. The hole closes up with Gilliland and then puts Suarez in the wall, and it's that easy. Custer hit hard.
Yes. JJ Yaley, the City of Refuge car has become the car of refuse. Big front end damage.
This was a big shot too. Happens fast, Kevin.
Give you the cars involved in that crash, 7 of them. And again, those cars that go off on the wrecker have to be towed to the garage where they can be under repair. If you drive back, you can fix it on pit road, which is about to be a busy place with 74 laps to go in Atlanta.